Welcome back. Welcome back. The show is still interactive. 0550-585-832. That's our WhatsApp number. And of course, if you're texting us from beyond the shores of Ghana, prefix the number of the country code +233 and the hashtag Breakfast Daily. It's all yours for the taking so that you can communicate with us across all social media platforms. Now it's time to talk a little bit about education. And speaking of partnerships, there's this very powerful partnership going on in the education space. We're talking about Eduspiration. And quickly, you want to do the honors of
introducing the guest? Oh, well, I mean, one of our guests, he's always on some One City program or another. And you hear his voice all the time on radio. Grant Bomo, he is the program director for the African Education Gateway. And then I also have an old friend of mine. I don't know where he has been hiding, but I'm glad he's here. LETSHEGO. He's the head of marketing and products at LETSHEGO Savings and Loans. Welcome, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so
now,
much.
this is a sort of marriage made in heaven kind of arrangement. It seems that way. LETSHEGO, I know, is big on financing and supporting great education initiatives and all of that. Talk to us a little bit about why you decided to support this event.
Thank you so much, David. And thanks for hosting me and Grant this morning. I would want to say a good morning to your viewers. And LETSHEGO Ghana Savings and Loans, over the years, we've shown commitment to really impact on the education sector. So LETSHEGO Savings and Loans happens to be a licensed SDI by the Bank of Ghana. We've been in the space of providing finance offerings, to help meet the needs of personal individuals, employees, both in the public and the private sector. And we also support the micro, small and medium scale enterprise entrepreneurs. And in the year 2018, we partnered with the Ghana National Association of Private School Owners, that's NAPS, for Greater Accra region, to launch our education solution to ensure that we support players within the educational ecosystem. And since 2018, we've done it so well that we've been able to impact a lot of schools. And education for us as an institution is one of the bedrock in terms of our strategic sectors that we look at as an institution, because we understand the premium of education. We know that once we have an educated economy, we are good to go in terms of developing or advancing our economies. So over the years, we've shown commitment, we've leveraged on a lot of partnerships, and Africa Education Gateway is one of them. We've worked with them over the years on several education initiatives, and this year we are with them again on the maiden Eduspiration tour. Last week we were in Kumasi, Ashanti Range to be precise. We had a great session there, and tomorrow we are going to have the Greater Accra chapter. So we are in this space because of our interest in education, the fact that we want to advance the course of education, not just about quality education, so we can impact on the population positively for our next level in terms of our growth as an economy.
Grant, why is Eduspiration a needed intervention at this time?
Thank you very much for the opportunity. Eduspiration is just a play of words, education and inspiration. And we know post-COVID, the education sector hasn't been easy. A lot of challenges, bottlenecks, and especially within the private sector, they've been struggling in every way. So the focus has been away from the business of education into education as a business, because you want to survive. So we need a whole re-engineering and recalibration of why we exist as schools, and to put the child as a center of what we do. So Eduspiration is a gathering of about 1,000 educators. And we're talking about parents, talking about teachers, school proprietors, all coming together in one location. Then we pour into each other. There is collaboration, there is networking. Then we have schools and individuals that have got best practices, sharing their story and talking about things that would make it better for them. We need to be smart, we need to be efficient. And so running schools, you need the right tools to move on and develop. And the nation is as good as its quality of education.
Yep.
And we say that you need great minds to build a nation. And the only institution that where great minds are produced is schools. And the people who serve and make this happen are teachers. So that brings us back to the classroom. The Ghanaian child is so full of potential, resilient. And I always say how I have seen a lot of African children in UK come and they are resilient, trying to push in spite of the environment. So Eduspiration is gathering people together, and we have people coming from the north, from northern region, all over the country, and they gather just for that particular day. And it's an event. And past 2 years we couldn't have the in-person, so we are back in person again. And we are so happy to have LETSHEGO, who has a strong ethos for education, and other people who are supporting it, like GIS, Ghana International School, where the event is taking place, giving us the premises for free. You know, we do that every year with them. And then we have Pearson, edXcel's, and UK Exam Board also coming on, because they realize we are there to inspire education and get people to get out there to perspire and do more, become more to do more, get informed so that you can go and perform.
Fantastic. Wonderful. So I'm looking at some of the segments that we have at Eduspiration. There's learn to learn, learn to guide, learn to lead, learn to teach. Can we just, very briefly sort of outline what each segment stands for and what we hope to achieve for the educators who are coming?
So we've got the learn to learn that is focusing on GHS students, because we realize that they just don't know how to learn. Right, so we teach them how to learn effectively. So they will have their session with a specialist. Last week in Kumasi, I taught kids within 1 minute how to memorize 25 digits in 1 minute. Right, so there are strategies.
You have to come and teach us this on breakfast. No, we'll talk about that.
No, there are memory skills and strategies where kids, we taught them how to use WhatsApp to do revision. So we can just wake up, teacher, put them in the WhatsApp group. We are going to talk about everything about Homo Festival. Let's see the one who can recall the most. It's fun. So we teach them things. And when the learning is fun, memory is at its peak. If I ask you how many days has October, you go about 30 days has September. Why? Because it was fun when you were learning it, so you never forgot it, and you still do it. Right, 1, 2, buckle my shoe. But it's fun, and when it's fun, the brains, the two hemispheres, can't resist it, but to accept it. Some music you didn't buy, but you know the lyrics, right? So that is how it is. So learn to learn is for that element. Then we've got the learn to guide for parents, because poor and bad parenting is churning out all kinds of personalities in our system. And we're not talking about mothering or fathering, we are talking about parenting. And a community is supposed to be a parenthood where everybody chips in. So parents are also invited to be there. What atmosphere they can create to let the child succeed. Then we talk about school leading. How do we lead your school to be successful? Then we have the segment on how to teach the pedagogy, and those of you know it, I don't have a master's degree, but because of the right pedagogy, in 3 years I became head of maths in UK without a maths qualification. So it's all pedagogy. It's not about what you know, but how you put it together to bypass the will of the child and plant that knowledge in their mind. That is what.
When is it happening? Where is it happening? Give us all the details.
Eduspiration is happening tomorrow. 10 o'clock, no, at 9 o'clock we have an exhibition. So we've got technologies that are exhibiting, robotics.
These are things that the students have done.
Yes, and companies that are bringing innovative, creative innovations, technology that schools can harness on. So Moria is one of them that will be exhibiting robotics. They can come to a school to set up for them. So we've started an exhibition at 9, but the Eduspiration starts at 10 o'clock. We're together, we have breaks, and we finish at 2 p.m. But the exhibition, EduTech exhibition, will carry on to about 4 p.m. And it's going to be an exciting moment. We've got raffles. People can win computers for their school, win courses, win training. They should go chip in some packages for schools. Amazing time tomorrow.
Wonderful.
Fantastic.
Wonderful.
All right. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Grant, Justice, thank you.
you.
Thank you for joining us.